is just another day. It's the sort of day that will offer you chances.
What if you just had one more day? What would you do differently? How much time have you already spent worrying instead of doing something that you love?
Somebody should tell us right at the start of our lives that we're dying. And we might live life to the limit. Every minute of every day. Whatever you want to do it now. There are only so many tomorrows. I say to you that if you're driven by anything other than your love, than your spirit, your desire to grow and expand, if you're driven by your need to please others, if you're driven by your fear, if you're driven by your past, it's time to free yourself. And the way to do it is decide. Decide consciously what you want your life to be about.
Our life is dynamic. It's constantly changing. But it comes with the decision that you're going to divorce the story of your past, the lies you've been telling yourself that you should change, and you're going to enter into this new life where you must change. You're going to go from that should to a must. So why don't you start today? Why don't you make a decision that you're not going to be this person anymore, and you are going to be on a new path with the decision that you make today.
Decide consciously what's the purpose of your life. Something simple. Something you can live every single day. I challenge you to hold yourself to a higher standard. I challenge you to realize that you're here for a purpose. There's something for you to do and be here. You might die tomorrow, you might die in 6 weeks, you might die in 6 months, you might die in 6 years. It doesn't matter how long you're going to live. What's going to matter is how you're going to live while you're here. What is the special plan for you? You've got to discover the purpose of your life. There is a plan. There's something here for you that's different than anybody else in the world, and you've got to discover what it is. Just trust your instinct and say, what is it? It was simple, it was clear, and I was living your day. Why am I here? And you've got to know what that is for you. That is what will help you to make the decisions. That'll give you the motivation to get up early and stay up late. That'll make you connect with people in a way you've never connected before, but you've got to know, what are you doing it all for? What do you really want?
We get one opportunity in life, one chance in life to do whatever you're gonna do.
So what are you going to do with this time? What are you going to do today?
What's up, everybody? It's Coach Caleb from EpicHeavyRep.com. Plain and simple, this video is about using your time wisely. It's a plea from me to you that you realize your time on earth is limited. It's finite. It's going to end. Someday you're gonna die. And because you understand that fact and you stop ignoring it, you gain a very specific kind of wisdom in how specifically you're living your life with your most precious resource. That you use it wisely. More wisely than you may have been. Okay, so there's this amazing woman named Bronnie Ware, and her job is in hospice care for patients that have a very specific terminal illness that only gives them 12 or less weeks to live. And in an article she wrote about her work, she quoted the #1 regret she heard from almost every single patient she cared for. I wish I had made the decision to spend my time living a life true to myself and not the life other people expected from me. Out of a long list of regrets, that was the #1 regret she heard over and over and over again. And then Miss Ware continued to say this: when people's lives were almost over and they looked back and saw it from start to finish, it was so easy for them to see how many life dreams had gone unfulfilled. Most people had not honored even half of their dreams and had to die knowing that it was due to the choices they had made or the choices they had not made. Gosh. Now that wisdom is coming from broken-hearted people that were out of time. And they knew it. Their life was over, and their number one regret was that they wasted their life trying to conform to the shallow expectations of other people. They wasted their time trying to please the world with their shallow actions and their shallow words. They wasted their time lying to themselves saying that they were doing good things, but really, they were just going with the flow. They wasted their time lowering their standards so they became more popular with people with lower standards. They wasted all their time being true to everything but the person God actually designed them to be. Here's the deal, folks. This is how you start using your time wisely. Fast forward your life to the end you know is coming, and ask yourself if you wasted it. Ask yourself if the things you did, said, worked for, spent your money on, pursued, if it was all worth it. Plain and simple. Was it worth it? In your final moments, as you're laying there gasping for your last couple precious breaths of air, will any of it hold any value? Or will you be just another person that has that same number one regret? That you spent all your time trying to fit in, saying those shallow things that everybody liked, doing what everybody else did, acting like everybody else, living down to other people's standards? Or did you pursue something greater? Your time is limited, and I'm praying that you stop allowing the world around you to dictate how you spend it. Use your precious time wisely and live for something greater. That's all for today, folks.
All of the conditions that you find yourself in your life, all of the circumstances of your life, all of the emotional reactions that you have to all of the people and all of the things and events and so on that take place in your life are really choices. And that's a very difficult thing for a lot of people to get, because they're raised to believe that I can't help the way I feel. I have a right to be miserable when somebody treats me in a certain way. I can't help it. I've always been that way. It's just my nature. It's just the kind of person that I am. You indeed are the product of all the choices that you've made up until this moment. And if you do not like what your life is about, I'm always reminded of James Allen in As a Man Thinketh. He said that circumstances do not make a man, they reveal him.
It's later in life. As you look back on your life, the windows of opportunity has closed. Your ability is no longer present. And you think back that you could have been great. Right now, you had the ability to never have that debate inside your head. Because that's the debate you can never win.
When you want something bad enough, you make the time, regardless of your other obligations. The truth is, most people just don't want it bad enough. Then they protect their ego with the excuse of time. Don't let yourself off the hook with excuses. It's entirely your responsibility to make your dreams come true. Besides, the perfect time never arrives. You're always too young or old, or busy or broke or something else. If you constantly fret about timing things perfectly, they'll never happen.
How do we transcend our old, habituated modes of thinking? How do we transcend our patterns of thought that sometimes make us blind to what's right under our nose? Everything good and great begins at the edge of our comfort zone. That's when we surprise ourselves. That's when we innovate. That's when we get inspired and experience cognitive ecstasy, an exhilarating neurostorm of intense intellectual pleasure. It's associated with great innovation and great invention. We find that in order to use our heads, we've got to go out of our minds, as Timothy Leary used to say. It means that stepping outside our comfort zone makes us better, more efficient, more creative, more compassionate people. So we should seize these disruptions. We should seize these challenges as a chance to blow our minds, try something new, do something that's never been done before, so that we can awe ourselves and awe the world.
We're constantly looking at life. What is it? What is it? Where are we? Look how interesting. Look at different cultures, different beliefs. How do they come to that? How do I feel about that? What do I think? It is a daily adventure. You have your voice. It's there. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Create. Don't let anyone stop you.
The indomitable will, if you have a belief, you can do something. The only way you grow that, like in the gym, you grow your muscles by actually exercising. You grow the love of you and your wife by caring for them and having their back. To grow the individual will to become something, you must get comfortable with fear and failure. They must be your best friends. safety, comfort zones are dead zones. Just show up and be your best.
So look, I want you to take a look at your full day. I want you to take a look at your diary, and I want you to think of all the times that you spend on Facebook, social media, maybe watching TV, any of the things that are really not doing that much for you in life, that you could start scheduling some time to work on yourself, some time to work on your fitness, to go shopping for some healthy foods. Just schedule the time to make a difference in your life. You know, it only takes 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes to 60 minutes a day, and you can start seeing a huge difference in your body right now. So look, these are the steps that I want you to take. 1, have a look at your full day and start taking out all the rubbish that you've implemented in there just by chance. So social media, it might be you could cut back a little bit on socializing. Maybe it's watching TV. Cut out some of those times and insert some training times, okay? So that's step 2. Obviously getting the diary out and physically booking in the time to get outside for a walk, get outside for a run, get down to the gym and do a workout. It's as easy as that. It might seem quite difficult in your mind, but honestly, it's just about cutting out some of the rubbish and scheduling the time to get into the gym and make a difference. Look, you are not going to regret having more energy, a better body, and health. It's just not going to happen. So take action today. I know you can do it, so get to it. Book it in, make it happen. You're going to feel so much better and have so much more energy. You can thank me later. See ya.
Think of some major goal you want, or maybe it's one you're already working on and you have experienced a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. You've experienced a lot of disappointment. Maybe you've already given up. And maybe you just need a little fire, a little encouragement to get back in the game again. There are winners, there are losers, and there are people who have not discovered how to win.
Nothing is impossible. The only thing that's impossible is what you make impossible. So I need you to understand that it's not going to be an easy road. But I'm telling you, if you're willing to put in 120%, if you're willing to go all in, you can take that which was once impossible and make it possible.
Not only is it possible for you to have your dream, but it's necessary that you go for what is yours in the universe. You do what it is you're supposed to. You're supposed to build something. You're supposed to create something. I don't know how to do it. Learn. It's you. It's on you. You got to make that happen. Nobody's going to bring it to you on a silver platter and say, here's your dream manifested. No, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It's difficult. Yes, right. And it's worth it.
I want you to hold on. It may not happen in the time that you think is going to happen, but I want you to know something. If you quit, it's never going to happen. If you quit, if you give up, if you stop, if you do not persevere, listen to me, you will never see it.
The major key to your reaching your dream, your living up to your greatness, your making your contribution is you.
What do you need to know to be, to do, to have what you want that you don't know right now? What do you need? And so I'm asking you this question. You got to get this one. What do you need to know that you don't know right now? What information, what books do you need to read? What mentors do you need? What circles do you need to hang around?
See, if you know what your life work is, I encourage you to start working on it. If you can't do it all at one time, do just a little bit of it.
And you got to actually go in a room, close the door, and you got to see yourself doing it. You got to feel yourself doing it. You got to actually walk in it. You got to go in the future, live it out, come back in the present, and start working toward it. Promise me this. 5 to 10 minutes that you will devote to seeing yourself being successful. And so
Apostle, I need you to do this for me. Like, I don't care what happens in your life. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care where you are. Every single day you wake up, if you're going to have energy, if you're going to have passion, if you're going to have drive, every day you wake up, you got to start with that vision. It may not happen in 6 months. It may not happen in a year. It may not happen in 2 years. But at some point, my dream is going to become a reality. Every single day, we're not waiting for it to happen. We just don't have sight. Sight is for people who live in the present. We have vision. We're going to make it happen before it happens.
You got to write, even if no one published your book, write, because that was given to you to do. Everything in you is telling you to stop, to give up. Every muscle is aching, and you're saying to yourself,
you can do it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life.
Other people couldn't see it. A lot of people didn't believe it. You were attacked. You were criticized. People were opposing you, but you kept on doing it. It was hard. It was rough. It was difficult. But to you, it was worth it.
You have to know that this thing is going to work.